I so appreciate your support.
I just love you, man, and I look forward to seeing you again. I'm not going to be a stranger.
Absolutely, 95.5.
Tell me why, tell me why, tell me why. Why can't we live together? Tell me why, tell me why. Why can't we live together?
Shelley Winter Show, live, local, topical, and relevant. My good friends, ladies and gentlemen. Start the show, Shelley. So today, this afternoon, I went to see the Odyssey, and it was absolutely fantastic. I think that every single parent, if you have a child of age 13, 14, 15, should take your children to see the Odyssey. Everyone should go see it. It is a wonderful, wonderful film. I start with this because I do talk radio. Clearly, I'm on every night, Monday through Friday, 7 to 9 p.m. I go through the news and I see all the outrage about everything, right? And I remember talking on this show about the Matt Walsh tweet about Lupita Nyong'o. I can never pronounce her last name, but who plays Helen, the African-American actress who plays Helen of Troy. And I remember his outrage, his breathless little videos and his post about her being Helen of Troy. And I remember Elon Musk retweeting it. And I remember talking about on the air saying it's a movie about Cyclops and witches and gods, and thinking to myself, and I said on the air, what is the problem? I remember this. I remember when we found out that Elliot Page was transgender and everybody was outraged about that. Then I went to see the movie. First of all, let me tell you this. Unless someone tells you Elliot Page is transgender, you have no idea. Your kids will have no idea that Elliot Page is not a little boy trying to be a man before manhood comes. They will never know. Unless you say at this point in the movie, at that certain point in the movie when his character first starts, or her character, whatever, first comes on the screen, you say, hey, son, hey, daughter, she's transgender. Unless you say that, you never know. You don't know. Just an actress or actor, whatever you want to call it. You never know. But we got to talk about it. But it doesn't distract from the movie at all, unless you want to make it a point to distract from the movie. But really, what really made this movie so great to me, because I read the book in high school, much like everyone else. I probably read it in 9th or 10th grade, probably. Then again in college for a class, both for classes, not like I went to the library and got it because I was so interested. I had to read it for school. But I loved the book even in high school. It's an action book. It's a book that as a young boy you could read and get into. Had everything. One thing I never realized about this book, when I read it twice, high school and college, even got the Cliff Notes in high school because we were tested on it. One thing, and no one ever told me, not even in high school. But the movie makes it plain as day. Christopher Nolan's version in the movie is even plainer than it was in the book. You know what that is? Do you know what that big message is? 3 hours. Do you know what the message is? War is hell. And it's not worth doing. That's what the whole movie comes down to. No one's going to tell you that if they're pro-war, they're pro-nation building, if they're pro-going all around the globe, taking people's resources and calling it your own because you want to be the big kid on the block. The simple message in this 3-hour movie by Christopher Nolan is simply, war is hell. And it's not worth it. And the other message, which is a biblical message, Zeus's law, or if you're Christian, God's law, that is, treat people with respect. That's it. Don't break Zeus's law. Don't. Just don't do it. There's a price to pay. Every single major scene in this movie, you see what happens when you break quote unquote, from the movie Zeus's Law. There's even a scene when they mistreat a dog. Someone says, don't break Zeus's law. There's a scene when they kick a beggar. It says, hey, man, don't treat the beggar like that. That's breaking Zeus's law. And I'm hearing all these people that love this movie, all the conservatives, all the liberals who love this movie. And I'm saying to myself, did you not get the whole plot? War is hell. And it's not worth it because it breaks Zeus's law, or biblical morals and values. I don't want to give away too much because many of you haven't seen this movie. But as Odysseus goes through his life and he looks back at the sacking of the city after they come out of the Trojan horse, he realizes what he says very plainly. 10 years of hatred and rage was unleashed on these people. 10 years of hatred and rage was unleashed. And he realized at that point, we broke Zeus's law. We're not meant to go around the world taking over people's property and resources and saying because we're the biggest kid on the block, it's okay. It's okay. It's the message in this movie. That's why I say take your children. They may not listen to you if you're a conservative or if you're a liberal anymore, but hey, that's the price you pay. But the movie was fantastic. There's a line in the movie. There's a scene in the movie where Matt Damon comes back. He returns finally, 20 years. He's gone. Been all over, adventures and everything. And then the thing about this movie that makes it so great, the adventures play a small part. But the adventures are all about really punishment for breaking Zeus's law. That's what you get to realize watching this movie. Cyclops, the rich, Circe, on and on and on, the sirens, on and on and on. Everything is a punishment. It's a punishment. Because war is hell and it has consequences. And consequences that come way later. And memories and PTSD and all of that. That's what the movie was about. It's not about a transgender playing a role because you don't even know she's a transgender or he's a transgender until someone tells you. It's just another actor. If your child is with you at 14, 15, 16 years old, he would never know. He just says, hey, look at that little small child trying to be a soldier. That's interesting. And unless you say, well, son, you know that's a transgender, they will never know. It's a fascinating, fascinating movie. It's an anti-war movie, my friends. And if you watch it in today's context, you kind of sit back and say, are we being punished by Zeus, by God, by Allah, by Buddha, by whatever entity you pray to? Are we being punished because of all that we have done as humans all around the world? War, fighting, killing, starving, raping, pillaging, stealing, lying, cheating. Are we being punished? Because they're doing it in our name. We support it in many ways. Are we being punished because we've all broken Zeus's law, God's law, biblical law? That's really what you should take away from that movie. When you walk out of that movie after 3 hours, you should walk away saying to yourself, am I being punished for some of the things that other people have done in my name and I've supported? The hatred, the hatefulness, the vileness, the anger, the hurt, the pain, all of this stuff that we throw at each other every day. Because that's what the movie's talking about. It was a fantastic movie. Go see it, ladies and gentlemen. Go see it. See it with eyes wide open. Don't look for the transgender. Don't look for the African-American Helen of Troy. Look for it for a message. War is hell, and there are consequences that people suffer long after it's over. We'll be right back. It's the Shelley Winter Show, 404-872-0750. 1-800-WSB-TALK. When we come back, we're going to talk a little Children's Healthcare of Atlanta 26th year. Let's go.